Be as offensive as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we like to offend every one of our viewers on the show.
Yeah. Make sure to alienate everyone.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
We can definitely help with that.
Is that what you do best?
Oh my God, you wouldn't even know.
Oh, shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to and watching a live chat with Wyland. I'm your host, Sergio Galeano, and I'm joined by, you guessed it, Thomas Keller.
Here again.
Dude, look at us,
they still keep me around.
We got mugs this time.
We always have
coasters.
mugs.
Yeah, but this
we
time
have coasters.
we got mics.
And this
that can
time,
hear us.
This time we have mics and we have sediment in the water,
Ew.
dust. But no, it's good to not be like in a cave, I guess, is whatever that sound
I'm
was.
glad we're actually in a studio. You
back.
can hear us in the studio. We're back, and we're also here with Ryan and Chris.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for giving us a stellar performance.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, thank you for the dust in the water. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for the slightly larger mugs.
Oh yeah, no, we have to.
We saved the good mugs for the good talent.
Thank
you. we break it out only.
Awesome.
Not the fancy mugs. Huh?
Okay, so why don't we just get into where you guys have been playing lately? Like what's new with Wyland?
Sure. Yeah. Well, we've been doing like weekend tours. And we've been playing at like Rough Trade in Brooklyn, which is like one of my favorite venues. It's
so
half record store, half
Mm-hmm.
venue. There's like steel containers everywhere. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And we actually played. We played after Wu-Tang Clan.
Wow.
Yeah, the other night.
I had no idea that was going to happen. It was probably one of the best experiences.
This is so cool.
The best part was that they took our dressing room, which they take whatever they want, of course, because they're gods, yeah. But we went in there, and our agent went in there, and she was like, "Wow, you guys like really partied," and I'm like, "That doesn't sound like us." I was like, "Are you in the right room?" And she's like, "I think so." And then we went down there, and there was just stuff everywhere that we did not do.
Yeah.
But it looked like a really good time. But they were brilliant. They were really nice guys.
Oh, you got to meet him? Who was it? Like
briefly.
Ghostface? Like
no, he wasn't there.
I personally didn't get to meet anybody.
Yeah, we were sound checking while they were there. We said hello.
Yeah.
That's like
That's
kind of.
that's all you needed.
All you
Yeah.
can ask for,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Yeah,
Highlight
it's like
that for me.
you live once,
Yeah.
36 chambers. I mean,
Yeah, it was actually mathematics. The guy who pretty much produced it, and
cool.
he invented like the logo. Like he drew it up.
All right.
So he was there. He was spinning records. There was
Nice.
ODB Jr.
Oh.
Which I didn't know.
That's awesome.
I didn't know he like rapped, and it was really cool
Yeah,
to
he
see
was
all
great.
of them on stage. Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Okay, well, tell us about where you hail from. Like, where does Wyland come from?
Sure,
Origin stories.
Well, we when we were actually driving down here, our guitarist created an entire fable of an origin story, but I honestly don't remember it. I mean, I could pull it up and maybe read it.
You guys wrote it down?
He wrote it down.
Yeah.
He read our bio and was like, "This is horrible. I'm gonna write you guys a new bio."
The one that you have on your website?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're like, "All right," and we thought he was kidding. And then like an hour later, he's like, "Guys, I'm almost done. This is brilliant." And we're like, "All right, is he serious? Is he joking?" And then he read it to us, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I did my signature silent laugh for about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and I cried.
I almost crashed.
Do an
Silent
impression of
laugh.
your silent laugh for us right now.
But I'm on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of
holding
crashed,
yourself.
kind of like
Yeah.
in fetal position.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm kind of just like,
Yeah, veering off,
Yeah,
and you
the
feel the
road.
bumps.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could give them the gist of it.
What's
I
the
guess.
gist? Yeah, give us the gist of the fake.
So as it goes, there's this large mountain, right? And I am atop the mountain.
Just you.
Just me. I was surprised that it started with me. I was like, "Whoa, this is really cool. I love it already."
Yeah.
So I'm going up and down this mountain apparently, and I stumble upon this cave where the guitarist is imprisoned, right? So I'm looking at him. I'm like, "Dude, why are you imprisoned?" And he's like, "Dude, just set me free." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I set him free.
They became mates immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we clicked really, really quick, and so we start hearing this like wolf howl, right? And we eventually start following it, and we keep following it.
For thousands of years.
Actually,
Oh, wow.
1,000 years
1,000 years.
Exactly.
to the day. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, yeah.
Just never lost determination.
Yeah.
Just
Nah.
kept going.
We kept going. It kept getting stronger and stronger. We finally find the wolf, and who is it? It's Ryan.
Of course.
Yeah.
Howling.
Now,
So we answer the call.
Yeah, and then I warned them that these lower mountain people are they're really scary folk, kind of like Hills Have Eyes status.
Sure.
And they're approaching, so I warned them, like, listen, I'm glad you guys found me, but we got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's like this bass sound, and this like giant warrior slides in on the bass wave.
Right, we're actually surrounded at this point.
Yeah, we're surrounded.
Yeah, we're surrounded. We're about to die.
We're ready to
Yeah.
fight to the death. And we hear this bass sound, and everything starts trembling. And this force just wrecks everybody. And then he turns to us and says, "My name is Zach."
Zach is such a hero.
Yeah.
So epic.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant.
That's part one.
Of the saga.
Part 2 reveals a nemesis, and we're gonna take it from there. But there's definitely a lot of glitter involved.
Well, I wish you luck in your adventures.
Thank you. Yeah.
And whatever the nemesis is, I hope you guys defeat him.
It was a very drawn out. Yeah. Not only the laughter continued like way after
and
this.
We butchered it, by the way. It's written beautifully.
It's beautifully written.
Like a beautiful,
Tolkien.
Jeez, it was crazy. I was, and I had no idea who was writing this bio. Like I forgot what I was doing in the car. You know, the van, I should say, Mr. Pog and Poi. And
we named our van the Pog and Poi.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, actually,
it's around here.
Nice van. It's a hot van.
We actually we were coming out of Philly one day. We played like a show or something here, and there was a big tower, and it said Pog and Pole. It's like a tile company or something, or a brick company.
Yeah.
Completely thought it said Pog and Poe, so I'm like, we're gonna name this thing Pog and Poe, and then it's stuck.
The Pog and Poe.
I like
the
that.
Pog and Poe. Yeah.
The
no idea what it
segue
means.
back to you
as
musicians. But you guys just played. How many times you played in Philly? Like what? You guys aren't. Where are you guys from, actually? By the way,
we're from North Jersey. I'd say
Gotcha.
that this is like our third time in Philly.
Okay.
Yeah, but this whole month we've been coming back.
We've been in Philly like 6 times.
This month.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
It's crazy.
It's great. I actually really like the city.
It's an incredible city.
It's great. Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, we've been coming down and just trying to promote the show that we're playing tonight, which will be in the past when you guys see this. It's been fun. We've been playing on like Drexel campus and
cool.
getting like crowds.
That was great. Actually, that was
we
really
were playing
fun.
out of the van, so we opened up. We're driving.
Yeah.
He has a suitcase drum kit that he built, and we're driving. We have it all set up, and then we just slide open the doors, and we're just like, bling.
Yeah,
just like that.
You guys ride in style.
Yeah, we try.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Okay, well, let's get into what we wanted to talk about.
Sure thing.
Grammy nomination season is in.
Yeah, all the nominations just came out this week, right?
Yeah.
And there's some. I mean, there are some pretty good acts on there. Some recognition. I think it was for the album of the year category. It's the first time like a white man wasn't involved in like 17 years or something.
Yeah, since the 90s.
Yeah, and it's like who's it, like Donald Glover, Kendrick, Jay-Z.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Awaken My Love was really good.
Amazing.
Just missed the cutoff last year, I guess. I think it was November or something.
Oh, was that? I was wondering. I was like, I didn't.
Yeah. So, but I mean, we were just talking about the fact that a lot of the times the Grammys sort of kind of just end up honoring the same people every year, whether it be the Taylor Swifts or the Ed Sheerans, etc. Obviously, it's nice that the like POC artists are now getting more and more recognition, but in the end, it's kind of glorifying scenes that are kind of already glorified, right? Pop at large, whatever.
Yeah.
So we've just been talking about, what's the point? Like, it feels like more and more people are like woefully like avoiding it. Like Frank Ocean didn't submit any of his music. Or,
I did not know that.
Like a lot of musicians are now starting to take stands against it because it's like, what's the point, right?
Right.
So like, what are your guys' thoughts? Like on somehow getting it to approach and benefit smaller music scenes, I guess,
Sure. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I honestly don't pay attention to the Oscars or the Grammys. I think that it's all political bullshit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like if you create an album of the year and you're offered this award, like it's really cool and it's an honor, but at the same time, it's like still gonna go home to my garage and try to write another one.
For real. Yeah.
In terms of the people that keep getting chosen to get up there, it's kind of like what Kanye West said one year at I think like the Music Awards or something. He's like, if you don't start nominating certain people, nobody's going to show up to these things. And
I was going to say that. I think it's just the ticket sellers,
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just It's being safe. You know, I mean, who runs it anyway? Who are these people?
It's always the academy.
It's the academy. That's
the academy.
That's the
but
official.
it's like, have they ever gone to a basement show?
I don't.
Do they know?
Yeah, do they even know?
Like, I don't know if it's like album sales or whatever, or you know, and like what classifies as a new artist, because it feels like a lot of the times the best new artists are people that have been around for years, and they just managed to finally make commercial mainstream,
like
you know?
SZA.
Yeah, right. And when that happens,
hopefully SZA will win. I mean.
Yeah, and that's cool when that happens. You know, when a band's been like, we don't know the trials that some of these artists have had.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because even like, for instance, like what band were we talking about? We were talking about the White Stripes. Like,
oh yeah,
we you know, they released something in '97. But they didn't make it till like 2001. You don't know what those like 4 years were like.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
So technically, they're a '90s band.
right, yeah. And it's like it's interesting because it's
I know.
It's like that band. Nobody knew who that band was until 2001. You know, and everything that they had to do, and this is, you know, in relation to other bands that are going through even twice as much. You know, like there's a band called Boxer Rebellion that I really like from the UK. They've been around since the '90s. You know, and I feel like I didn't hear about them until like 3 years ago. It's crazy.
Elbow.
Elbow, yeah.
Elbow
is like one of my favorite bands, and nobody knows them here.
Well, it's funny because Elbow got big because of Grounds for Divorce.
Yeah, that's fire, man.
And that was in like video game commercials and like ABC shows and stuff. Yeah, and I got to see them once at the 1 year lived Philly Popped Festival.
Oh, nice.
And so I saw them right when they came out with Build a Rocket Boy, I guess their second album.
Oh, yeah.
So songs like The Birds and stuff, really cool. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah,
really
we were
cool.
gonna go see them. They came around in November, the beginning of November.
Yeah, like Fillmore. Or something
yeah. We had a show, and we were like, should we cancel our show?
Yeah, we were really bummed out we couldn't see them. Yeah.
It's worth it.
I'm wondering if we could possibly run a better Grammy.
Probably.
Like all of like the indie artists, the alternative artists.
I think that's actually the solution. I think that the solution is like music enthusiasts taking control and trying to make it happen. And if it's genuine and it's coming from the heart, I always say that with songwriting too. People are gonna follow it.
Yeah, and it definitely falls into play of what like music publications and their role and end of the year lists, etc.
Right.
You know, so it doesn't really turn into like an award show, but it's like, hey, like Pitchfork said this really cool thing about me. Like, you know, so I feel like music publications can definitely play a role. And, and
music curators, they call it nowadays.
The influences.
Hey, we're kind of curious.
No, you guys are just awesome.
Hey,
there it is.
You guys got us pizza. Nobody has ever bought us pizza.
That's all we do.
Dusty water. Damn, man.
Great, actually.
Yeah, but so in all this talks of like the smaller scenes and sort of reaching out, I mean, it feels like it feels like that there should be that extension, you know, that gateway for those bands to get more recognition. So I guess as a good segue, you guys wanted to talk about the Ireland scene.
So we've been writing since April, and we've been just trying to just hammer out as many songs as we could. You know, basically like we practice 3 days a week, and we've been like divvying up days, saying, okay, today's your day, today's your day, today's your day. Bring a song, bring an idea, and let's see what happens. And thus we've been kind of staying out of the performing live world, and our goal was to, you know, release an album, because we haven't released an album yet. We've only released a couple EPs. But when I first started the band in like 2013, 2014, I got a hold of Twitter for the first time, which I think I just figured out how to use. But I tweeted this Irish producer. His name is Philip McGee. And I said, one day we're going to work with you. And he replied back that he really liked my enthusiasm or something like that. And so like for years, I'm like, all right, once we get a manager, I'm going to stick the manager on Philip McGee, and we're going to go to Ireland. And we finally got a manager, and I did just that. And it took a while. We've been talking to him for about a year, maybe a little over a year, and just sending him like some songs that we wrote and whatnot, getting his advice. And back in September, we locked him in pretty much. And we're going to Ireland in March to record not a full length. I think we're going to do like 6 songs or so, but we're really excited about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't sunken in yet.
Yeah, it's still
honestly,
not real.
I'm
It's
just
not gonna be real
waiting
till
for
we're
the
on
day.
plane.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna shit my pants. Like,
Tell us about that scene. Like,
Yeah,
what are
yeah.
you most excited about when you're gonna
Like
go
Dublin's
down there?
pop scene, like it is
Yeah.
definitely there.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of space.
Yeah.
There's a lot of open areas.
It is. Yeah. You know what it is? I think
Great
that because there's such a small country, they work 5 times as hard as any other country, if that makes sense. So
It does.
yeah, in terms of like playing live and stuff, you know, it's like we have the states. You know, we can go state to state and hop around, and that's hard in and of itself. But in Ireland, it's just a small.
Yeah, it's like you got to leave the country in order
Yeah,
to get
you know,
some
you gotta
recognition.
really like get your knees dirty. And I think that they're a lot smarter in the sense that when they're writing, they're writing with the world in mind. And I felt like personally that's something that we did naturally. You know, we didn't write for the New Jersey scene. We didn't write for the Northeast scene. We wrote for, we want our music to be universal. We want somebody in any country in the world to be able to interpret our music and say, I feel this, you know? So I felt that from the first record of like the script and a band called Codaline that Philip produced, I felt that energy. You know, I felt like these are songs that are universal, that 20 years from now we can listen back to and be like, that song still moves me the same way it did. It's not something that's like, oh yeah, I liked that song when I was 16, but when I turned 20, it made no sense. Yeah. You know? So
Would you say that is your like go-to? This is good if it's universal, like in terms of your writing process,
right?
and
Yeah,
all that.
Yeah, I mean, I always say to the guys, it's like if we wrote Wonderwall, all right, Wonderwall is like
If you wrote Wonderwall,
right? Wonderwall is always like that joke. It's like, oh, Wonderwall's coming, but it's like, think about it real quick. If somebody penned Wonderwall now in 2018,
Right.
if the production was exactly the same, I think it would still blow up as much as it did because it's a great fucking song.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And nobody has written a Wonderwall since, which is why nobody can make that joke about other songs.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Well, Freebird.
Yeah.
Can't forget.
The original
That's true.
music meme.
Yeah. But I feel like we're just shooting for shooting from here. You know?
Okay.
And if it's true and it's honest, I think that the world will catch on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have any favorite acts coming out of the country?
I'm a massive fan of Codaline.
Yeah.
I think they're really great. There's a group called Little Hours there that I highly recommend. I think it's a single. I think he's a solo artist. But he's doing some phenomenal stuff as well. There's a band called the Coronas, which we're trying to open for in February.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's another band that's been around for a long time. That's just fighting the good fight, and it's like that's a band that, in my opinion, should get recognition. At a place like the Grammys. But between the politics and everything, like, have you ever heard of the Coronas?
No.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But they sell out huge venues in Europe and the UK. They do really well over here. They sold out Rough Trade. They're playing Bowery Ballroom next.
Oh, cool.
And it's like, it's crazy that like we don't hear about that because everyone in this room would probably appreciate something from that band. You know, but we're giving Justin Bieber.
Well, I can't complain. Ryan, thank you so much for coming. Chris, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having us.
Let us know, where can we find you, listen to you?
Yeah, for sure. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at We Are Wyland, Wyland. You can go on our website for tour updates, Spotify,
The whole shebang.
man.
Anything coming up? Anything in the works that you can talk about?
Yeah, we're doing another weekender in January.
January.
The weekend of the 18th.
18 nights. It's like a Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, we're playing Baltimore, DC. We might come back to Philly, hopefully. But it's not all solidified yet. But something's happening that weekend, so definitely check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much
And
for
thank
having us.
you for watching.